Pittsburgh Steelers. 2-1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This one taken from the 7.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
21. Go ahead.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One, Omaha.
Brings up second and 4.
Two-jet bomber. Hey, alert. Left and
From the 39, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Recon, 152 fighter. 21.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch twist. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Double.
Check 31.
Easy.
Joker. He's crashing. He's checking.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch these two. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Black 20.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Spawns. No.
Jeff, why they got?
On 1st down, Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Alert.
Deuce. Bang. Back.
80 weapons.
Check 99. Shift. Under 10. 10.
Black and burn.
Here's Hines. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Hines. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I don't think you got it, son. He's checking, he's checking.
11.
Crash. Check, 55 to Mike.
21. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the booth. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, exit.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boy.
Solid. Hey, box truck.
Kill.
Take both of them.
Check, crunch.
Cheat these 2.
Kill.
No spacing.
Kill.
Block it back.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Steelers.
56. Mike's 56.
Snickers.
Check your hot read. Check 43. Check 52. Check 24.
Quarter.
Shit.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Back 30.
Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3.
Hey. High 7.
6. Mike.
Middle.
Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
56, shot 56. Mike 56.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
11.
From the 38, Garoppolo escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Hines. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, 49ers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a 49.
Wait.
First down. 1st and 10.
Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, alert!
Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
It's coming this way. It's coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, hold it.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Monday.
You ain't doing nothing. Me too. You ain't
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Hey, Charlie.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Show that bench release and go.
56 to Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike, 56.
Easy.
I got it. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Silver.
No spacing.
And the blitz does come. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aketo Witherspoon. They were looking for Johnson that time. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Trip this side.
Two. 65.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he will find his man on the outside. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
13.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Five.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Go.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest.
Oh, that is going to be a safety. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action. Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, alert! Alert!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Johnson, the intended target. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Keep playing.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 5-yard
Let's get it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Spin. Middle.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
You don't want no problems with me.
3rd down.
Set. Flag 20.
56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Alert, alert.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I know he ain't.
Hey, Haywood.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. I'll get him.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's it. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Check. Lucky.
They begin the drive with Hines, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Watch twist.
They run again with Hines, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
They run with Hines, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special.